I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the liberty and justice for all. Okay, thank you all for coming today. My name's Chris Lund. I'm the principal here at Wallace Junior Senior High School. I just met Scott Huff, if you just want to give a wave here. He graduated from Wallace in 1974 and went to school with my dad, so I'd never met you before, and it was a pleasure to meet you today. So thanks for coming all the way up from Texas. We'll get started here. We'll start with our top 10 students, and if you can come up once I call your name, Mrs. Brackenbush will award you your certificate and your stole. So these are the Wallace Junior Senior High School top 10. Brendan Cameron. Brendan. Yep. Chloe Selke. Daisy Heyman. Josh Lewis. Megan O'Connell. Cody Richardson. Janae Walker. And this year we have two salutatorians, co-salutatorians for the class of 2021, Mr. Carter Bailey. Second is Hayden Hogemeyer. And our valedictorian for the class of 2021 is Mr. William Farkas. So we'll move on to our Memorial Scholarships. Before we do that, one thing our presenters need to know is we are live on Channel 3 via YouTube's. The camera's up there. There's a little microphone up here, so we are live. So other people across the world can watch this ceremony. First up is the Chubbs Memorial Scholarship and Kathy Zanetti.
Very short. Good afternoon, everybody. As Mr. Lund said, I'm Kathy Zanetti. When you tell a friend that you will be there whenever they need you, for whatever they need, you best be prepared to honor those words. So this is for you, my friend Les. Brady Mcphail was a 2016 graduate of Wallace High School. His brilliant smile, mischievous sense of humor, touched the hearts of all those who were fortunate enough to have known him. Brady passed away unexpectedly in a tragic car accident in mid-October 2018 at the young age of 20. His family, classmates, and this entire community were all devastated with the loss of this well-loved young man, whose future was sadly left unfulfilled. But joining together in their grief and wanting to do something to honor and show their love and commitment to Brady's memory, several of his classmates got together, pooled their meager resources to start the Brady Mcphail Memorial Scholarship. And along with additional donations from his family and others from our community, and with the help of the Wallace High School Scholarship Committee, Brady's Fund was created. This is a second semester scholarship, and it is given to 2 individuals. The first one, for $500, is given to McKenna Merrick. And the second one, for $250, is given to Carter Bailey.
My name is Tina Brackenbush, and we're going to skip ahead in the program to the Starr Higgins Memorial Scholarship that Ben Tyven will be awarded at the end of the Memorial Scholarships. Starr Higgins was a mother, a grandmother, a friend, and a community member. She is the grandmother of Marcy Heyman, Mike Hall, and John Hall, and the mother of Marianne Hall. And this scholarship was set up in her memory. It goes to a deserving senior who is pursuing a career in the healthcare field. And this year's Starr Higgins recipient is Taylor Titchener in the amount of $300.
Hi, I'm here representing the Dylan Dean Memorial Scholarship. The Dylan Dean Memorial Scholarship was started in 2010 as a way to remember our classmate who passed away from Ewing sarcoma. The scholarship is intended to not honor, the greatest GPA in the class, but really someone that embodies what it means to be a friend. So there are a lot of measures of success in life, and soon you will learn that one of the biggest one is how you interact with people. So your skills and friendships will take you a lot of places. And it's a great honor to award this $200 scholarship to 5 recipients this year. The first one, Carter Bailey. Yeah. The second one is to Daisy Heyman. The next one's for Libby Votter. And Taylor Tishner. And Willie Farkas.
Okay, we'll move back up to the Ben Tyvan class of 62 and John Canamessa.
Ben Tyvan was a coach and a counselor and a teacher at Wallace High School in the 1960s. And he taught in Montana, and he was a very skilled athlete, both at the high school and the collegiate level. A great gentleman who taught at this school, and the class of 1962 is pleased to present a scholarship in his name. The class of 1962 next year will be 60 years since we graduated from Wallace High School. And this is one way that we hope to leave something to this school. We love this school, we love this community, and we love to be able to do something for the students of the school. The Ben Tyvan Scholarship this year is a scholarship for $1,500, and the recipient is Tamara Ayers. We just added another scholarship. This is like a game show. So we have a second scholarship that we have just decided that we want to honor another student, and we can do a little bit more this year because our fund did very well this year. And this is an $1,100 scholarship, $1,100 scholarship, and the scholarship goes to Cody Richardson. And Cody, because this is a game show and we work so late, I don't have a certificate for you, so hey, congratulations. Thank you. Okay.
One thing to note, the class of 2021 today decided that they're going to start their own scholarship to provide at this scholarship ceremony for years to come. So thank you guys for deciding that as well. Next up on our program is Mary Jane Bear, John Darrington Memorial Scholarship, and Dennis O'Brien.
Good afternoon. Mary Jane Bear was raised in North Dakota. She graduated from high school there and went on to college at the University of North Dakota. She later furthered her education at Washington State University. Mary Jane had a degree in elementary education, a Bachelor of Fine Arts, and a Bachelor of Arts in English. She came to visit a friend in Wallace and liked the area so much, she stayed. This is where she lived her life, and raised her family. John Darrington was born in North Idaho, graduated from Troy High School, class of 1972. He worked in Hawaii and Canada and earned his associate's degree in computer networking at North Idaho College. John spent much of his life working in dryland farming and the timber industry. He moved to Wallace in 2005. John worked at the Lucky Friday mine until his retirement in August of 2017. John spent the majority of his life elsewhere, but he considered Wallace his home. While living in Wallace, John met his lifelong companion, Mary Jane Bear. Mary Jane and John were both passionate about learning. Mary Jane was a school teacher for over 30 years. Mary Jane valued hard work, kindness, and creativity. She thought education was an important foundation for a successful and a happy life. John felt strongly that education was more than just learning, but experiencing life. He made generous donations to help graduating seniors have the opportunity to learn and expand their horizons. It is in the spirit of Mary Jane Bear and John Darrington that this scholarship is awarded. The scholarship is intended for a college-bound high school senior who has an interest in pursuing a liberal arts degree. It's a $1,000 scholarship paid in $500 payments each semester. This year's award goes to Taylor Tichenor.
Before you leave today, if you get a chance to swing by the office and see some of John Darrington's work, it's hanging in our office, and they donated the pieces to help brighten our office up, so we appreciate that of him as well. Next up is Lucille Zanetti and Kathy Zanetti. Come on up.
I'm honored to be here today on behalf of the Zanetti family to award the Lucille F. Zanetti Scholarship. Cousin Lucille grew up and spent her entire life in this Wallace area. She lost her father when she was still quite young, which instilled in her an intense determination to succeed. While in high school, Lucille excelled in math, and at night, she would dream about going off to college to study accounting. But in 1943, a young girl from a single-parent household in a small town rarely had that opportunity. After graduating from high school, Lucille landed a secretarial job with the Hecla Mining Company. She was careful with her money, investing $25 each week into mutual funds. She chose not to touch the capital gains and the dividends in the fund, and after working at Hecla for 43 years, she was able to watch her investments grow into 6 figures. Lucille was introduced to the Idaho Community Foundation Legacy Society by her uncle William Zanetti, where she arranged her own endowment fund, assuring that her estate would be administered according to her wishes. It was most important to Lucille that a portion of her funds be put in place to help local students achieve their dreams of continuing their education. Lucille passed away very peacefully in 2008 at the age of 83. She once stated that it gave her such peace to know that even though she wasn't able to go on to college herself, now with her help, someone else could. This year, the Lucille Zanetti Scholarship goes to Will Farkas, in the amount of $790. This is a live game show. I just got these, so. Carter Bailey. $720. Darcy Heyman. $590. And Connor Denson, $555.
Do you mind? Okay, next up is the David Morehouse Scholarship. David Morehouse bequeathed a significant portion of his residue of his estate to the General Scholarship Fund of the University of Idaho, the income from which is to be used to provide a scholarship to graduates from Wallace High School who are attending the University of Idaho. The last will and testament has three specific testaments to it, saying he wants to give money to Wallace High School graduates who attend U of I. So, first, if you don't know David Morehouse Field down in Osborne, that's who the field's named after. And these are for $1,100 each. First up is Carter Bailey. Second, Brendan Cameron. Connor Denson. Josh Lewis. And Colton Pimlin. Congrats, you guys. Next up is the Frank Morbeck Foundation Scholarship, and Kathy's in it. Sorry.
I'd like to present my partner, Jennifer Carrico. Jennifer and I are both Wallace High School graduates. I wasn't in this gym, but the one across the street, as was Jennifer. I was 50 years ago graduating this month. Jennifer was?
A long time ago, 1969.
A few years ahead of me, like 2. And we have both been a part of the Morbeck Foundation since its inception in 2001. As part of this foundation each year, we grant thousands of dollars in scholarships to deserving students from Wallace High School, and only Wallace High School. Through Mr. Morbeck's generous legacy, financial support is available to ensure that each graduate reach their educational goals. We're very excited to announce the Frank Morbeck Foundation this year will award $85,000 in scholarships, bringing the total amount of scholarship funding for graduates from Wallace High School over the past 20 years to $1,569,500. Senior class of 2021, be appreciative, be thankful that you were fortunate enough to have grown up in this small mining town of North Idaho and to graduate from Wallace High School. Never doubt that Mr. Morbeck and this entire community believe in your ability to accomplish great things. Moving forward, this year, the Morbeck Foundation will grant $49,000 in scholarship renewals. These recipients were past alumni of Wallace working towards their undergraduate degrees and some attending graduate schools. They have all met the requirements needed to continue to receive their funds by, and this is something seniors you kind of need to listen to, because unfortunately some recipients don't get their annual awards because they fall through the cracks. You need to reapply by the deadline each year. You need to meet full-time student status for the college you're enrolled in. And thirdly, you must maintain at least a 2.0 semester's GPA. Their award letters for these alumni will be mailed out later this month. And the total for the new scholarships to be awarded this afternoon is $34,200. These scholarships will also be available for renewal as you continue with your education. Frank Morbeck was extremely proud of his community and of the hardworking families who live here. He wished the very best for each student graduating from Wallace High School. We are honored to be here today to present these awards on Mr. Morbeck's behalf to the class of 2021 seniors who have met the foundation's criteria for the scholarship funding. As your name is called, please come forward and stand together, and I would ask that we would hold our applause until everyone has received their award letter. William Farkas. $2,300. Carter Bailey. I don't know who this Brendan kid is. I have no idea who that is. $2,200. Hayden Hogemeyer. $2,200. Brendan Cameron. $2,100. Darcy Lee Heyman. $2,100. Janae Walker. $2,100. Megan O'Connell. $1,800. Chloe Selke. $1,800. Cody Richardson. $1,800. Joshua Lewis. $1,800. Taylor Titchener. $1,800. Colton Pentland. $1,600. Connor Denson. $1,600. Cora Frank. $1,600. Kendall Lohr. $1,600. Grace Richardson. $1,500. Libby Votner. $1,500. Tamara Ayers. $1,500. McKenna Merritt. $1,300. Congratulations.
Okay, next up is Henry Kingsbury and Dennis O'Brien.
The Kingsburys owned the Pendleton and Company brokerage firm for many years, offices in Kellogg and Wallace. In the 1950s, Mr. Kingsbury passed away and his wife Alma funded a scholarship which was later fully funded when she sold some property. Since the 50s, they've given away over $367,000 in scholarships to Wallace, Mullen, and Kellogg graduates. This year we have $300 scholarships for the following. And hold your applause until the end. Carter Bailey, Brendan Cameron, Connor Denson, Will Farkas, Cora Frank, Darcy Heyman, Hayden Hogemeyer, Josh Lewis, Grace Richardson, Cody Richardson, and Taylor Tishmore.
Okay, next up is the Otto and Jane Isler Scholarship. Otto and Jane Isler were part of the Wallace School District for many years. Otto was a principal and superintendent here at the Wallace School District, and Jane was a teacher here in the Wallace School District. One $500 scholarship and one for $500. The winner of this scholarship is Taylor Tishner. And the alternate is Daisy Heyman. Okay, next up is the Stanley and Joyce Huff Scholarship and Scott Huff.
Thank you, Chris, and thanks to everyone for the opportunity to come here today and present the very first Stanley and Joyce Huff Scholarship. I'd like to thank also Marion Russell for all of her help and guidance in setting up the scholarship, and also to all the students who applied. The applications were really impressive, and all of you that applied for the scholarship, and all of you anyway, should be proud of your accomplishments and your aspirations. So let me say a few words about the scholarship. It's in honor of Stan and Joyce Huff, who are longtime residents of the Silver Valley. They moved to Osborne in 1957, where Stan started a career with a Sarco that ran until his retirement in 1990 as chief geologist. During their more than 60 years here, they were active in the mining community and as volunteers in various civic and service organizations. They saw 4 children through the Wallace school system, including all the way through from kindergarten here in Wallace to the Osborne grade school to Wallace Junior High and then Wallace High School. All those buildings have been torn down now. I don't know if there's some connection there or not, but this is the brand new building to me, and I guess this is what, 20 years old or something? You know, this is the brand new school to me, but anyway, yeah, all 4 of us kids, my sisters Lynn and Lori and my brother Bruce and I all went all the way through the Wallace school system, and I graduated from Wallace in 1974, so that's been a few years ago too. This is a great place. Somebody said earlier, this is a great place to learn. It's a great place to live. It's a great place to grow, and so we should all be thankful for that. So it's an honor for our family to be able to give something back, and to that end, I'd like to award the first Stanley and Joyce Huff Scholarship, which is a $500 scholarship to Daisy Heyman.
Okay, that concludes our memorial scholarships. On to our local community scholarships in the Eastern Starr and Cindy Lee.
Hi, class of 2021. Congratulations. I'm here representing a group called Eastern Starr. Shoshone Chapter 10 has been in Wallace for 126 years, and the scholarship program is my favorite part. I think if I could give you one message, it would be kindness. Be kind to each other and be there for each other. And with that, it is my honor to award our $1,000 scholarship to Tamara Ayers.
Okay, the Shoshone Medical Foundation Scholarship. The Shoshone Medical Center Foundation was founded by a group of Silver Valley residents who understood the importance of assuring that the future of the Silver Valley would include a quality healthcare system. We commit ourselves to obtain funding to help meet the healthcare needs of the Silver Valley by providing equipment, services, and education to Shoshone Medical Center and the community it serves. We are very pleased to be in the position with the financial support and assistance of longtime Silver Valley resident and educator Betty Abelman to provide scholarships to Silver Valley students who are seeking a career in the field of healthcare. The Shoshone Medical Foundation is proud to announce they have chosen Janae Walker as this year's Wallace High School recipient of $500. Okay, next up is Rick and Amy Magnuson Scholarship and Dennis O'Brien.
Rick Magnuson was a 1974 graduate of Wallace High School. His parents, Dick and Elsie Magnuson, grew up here also and graduated from Wallace. Elsie might have graduated from Mullen, I'm not sure. Elsie's still over on Cedar Street. Rick went off to Stanford University, got his law degree, and then he went into venture capital, helping fund startup companies. Rick's been very generous in giving back to Wallace, and Rick and Amy this year have a $2,000 scholarship to each, Carter Bailey and Will Farkas.
Next up is the Wallace Rotary Club and Alan Williams.
Thank you. It's kind of fun, this giving away money deal. Never got to do this before. And I'm with the Rotary Club, and the Rotary was founded over 100 years ago, over a century ago. And it's actually an international organization. One of its great claim to fame was Polio Plus Foundation, that the goal was to eradicate polio from the planet Earth, which has been very successful. And we've teamed up with prestigious organizations such as the Gates Foundation and different things. And here locally, as many Rotary clubs, we have our own scholarship programs. And you've seen the Rotary out here. We've done fundraisers right here in Wallace. Right here at the school, we cook pancakes for the Huckleberry Festival. I've perfected my skills in flipping pancakes. It's one of my better claim to fame skills now. And then the other fundraiser we've done during the fall flea market down under the bridge is we turned loose 500 ducks in the river, little yellow rubber ducks. And I got to chase those things down the South Fork of the Coeur d'Alene, get them back in the bags for the next year, which I will never do again. But so today it's my honor. We have a couple of scholarships to give away, $500 scholarships. And I might add that we have a little letter here with it to give you instructions, because you can reapply for these scholarships. They're $500, but there's up to $2,000 that you're qualified to apply for. You have to meet certain requirements, which are on this form here, but be sure and hang on to this and think about reapplying for your next school year. The first award is for Taylor Titchener and William Farkas.
Okay, next up is chapter of the PEO and Mrs. Bauer.
I'm here on behalf of PEO Sisterhood. A little bit about PEO. It has brought together more than 500,000 women in the US and Canada whose mission is to celebrate the advancement of women, educate women through scholarships, grants, and loans, and motivate them to achieve their highest aspirations. The PEO Sisterhood has provided over $383 million in education assistance to more than 116,000 women. In addition to this scholarship, we offer low-interest loans and scholarships for higher education and continuing education for women. And I am here today to award our chapter awarded one student in Mullen and then one student in Wallace this year a $350 scholarship, and that goes to Daisy Lee Heyman.
Okay, next up is the Gyro Club, Wallace Gyro Club. If you're not familiar with the Wallace Gyro Club, it's a friendship club here in Wallace. And just so you know, our newest member, Mr. Howard, is right back there. He's been initiated into the Gyro Club, so we're thankful for that. The Gyro Club awards 2 scholarships of $1,000, and the first winner is Carter Bailey. And the second winner is Mr. Will Farkas.
The Wallace Alumni and Friends Scholarship was established in 2007 by the class of 1987, which I am a member of. You guys can do the math and see how old I am now. The scholarship is a renewable scholarship in the amount of $500. There are 2 recipients this year. The first recipient is Brendan Cameron and Janae Walker.
Next up, from P1FCU, is Drew Shipley.
Good afternoon. Thank you for inviting P1FCU to be a part of today's scholarship ceremony. Since 1938, when P1FCU was started, our primary mission has been to invest and give back to the communities we proudly serve and call home. We believe that the commitment to our communities should start with empowering our youth and ensuring they have an opportunity to succeed. That is why P1FCU's scholarship program was created 6 years ago. It's a great honor to present a P1FCU scholarship to a very deserving individual. Will Hayden Hogemeyer please come forward and accept this $1,000 scholarship from P1FCU?
Okay, next up is the Osborne Lions Club and Ron Hood.
This year, the Osborne Lions Club is proud to present two $500 scholarships, Janae Walker and Taylor Tishner.
Okay, next up, McDonald's of Kellogg and Terry Skubitz.
Good afternoon. Oops. Sorry.
There you go.
Short people. My husband and I own and operate the McDonald's in Kellogg. Tim couldn't be here today because he's making Big Macs at one of our other restaurants. So we're sorry we missed you last year. At the time, changes due to the pandemic were so high, we didn't know what was going to happen to us. But we're here, we made it, and we learned a lot in the process. The Silver Valley community is what allowed us to remain open and keep our staff employed and keep them safe, so thank you for that. One of the requirements of our McDonald's Scholarship is to have the applicant write an essay on how McDonald's impacts communities in which they do business. And I thought about changing the essay topic this year, but soon realized that the topic was very relevant. Reading the essays for the applications was a humbling experience and an affirmation for why we work hard to serve our guests. So just one more thing before I announce who the recipient is of the scholarship. This is our request as you continue your education journey for all seniors. Learn, ask questions, care for each other, care for your community, and most of all, love your country. I'm pleased to announce that the recipient of the McDonald's and Kellogg Scholarship goes to William Farkas. Thank you. And I forgot to mention, we normally give out 2 scholarships in the area. We had no applications from Kellogg, so we will go ahead and award the additional scholarship in total of $1,000 to William.
The Wallace All-Class Reunion Organization has established a scholarship which they award each year, and very lucky for you guys, this is the year we are having an all-class reunion, and you actually will be alum this year. So, very exciting time to be an alum. So the recipient for this year's Wallace All-Class Reunion Scholarship is a name we've seen before, Taylor Tishner, $500.
Okay, next up is the Wallace Education Association and Mr. Children.
Hello there. We've now been giving this award out for about 5 or 6 years now, I think. We usually make money through concession stands, and then we give it out for the seniors. Well, if you notice, we didn't have any concession stands this year, but we decided to go ahead and do it anyhow. And with great pleasure. Also, it's the purpose of the entry is to bring awareness to the good that unions do and the people that are a part of unions, to get you to know people more. With great pleasure, former swim team member Carter Bailey. Had to throw that in there. $600.
I was selected last minute. Your program says Drew, I am not Drew. I don't know who Drew is, but I am selected to present the award for the Society of Mining and Metallurgical Exploration Professionals. It is a professional group that meets here locally in the Valley, and my husband Grant, his father Fred, and my son Andrew are all members. They give away a yearly scholarship to a student who is pursuing a career which would benefit the mining community. So in the past, they've given it to everybody from mechanics, engineers, computer technology, what would you say, Carter? Computer scientists? Yeah, something. But this year's award, they did tell me it was very difficult to select between the applicants. This year's award, though, goes to Connor Denson in the amount of $2,000.
Okay, the Northwest Mine Supply Building Maintenance Scholarship, Mark and Anna Berger started this scholarship a few years ago to a deserving senior. And this is a $500 scholarship for first semester and a $500 scholarship for second semester. And that is awarded to Mr. Carter Bailey. Okay, a new addition to our program, the Children of Warriors Scholarship, and Rick Lazoya.
Hello, my name is Rick Lazoya, and I'm the founder of Children of Warriors, and we had an essay contest. Why am I a child of a warrior? And we just wanted the kids to interpret their perspective of that. I did this on behalf of my dad, who was in 3 wars. He was a 27-year veteran. But just to let you all know, it was very hard we had to overlook all your essays 3 or 4 times, my wife and I, and Janice is not here, wherever she is. But we did come down with 1. They were all good, and you'd be surprised. Some of the things, those that actually did the essay, you have a lot in common. And you probably don't even talk about it, and you don't know about it, and that's okay. But this year's winner, on behalf of Candlelight Christian Fellowship and the Children of Warriors, which is myself, the winner is Daisy Lee Heyman, $5,000. One other thing, please remember, it's not what you can do for your country. I mean, it's what can your country do for you? Choose one. It's what you can do for your country. Okay?
Okay, thank you, Rick. That was a very nice gift. College and university scholarships next, North Idaho College Foundation and Chris Martin.
Good afternoon. On behalf of North Idaho College, it is my privilege to congratulate the 2021 graduating class. I'd like to just share a little bit about this scholarship. This scholarship is provided through the North Idaho College Foundation, but it's specific and it's special for students of the Silver Valley. Within her will, Martha Norton outlined her desire to establish a perpetual endowment at North Idaho College, and this endowment is to be used specifically for the benefit of graduates within the Silver Valley. Melvin Norton came to Mullen from Hamilton, Montana. He worked in the Gold Hunter and Morning mines. While staying at the Anderson boarding house, he met Martha Herlin. They were married July 27th, 1925 here in Wallace. They lived here for over 50 years on Dewey Street in Mullen. They were known as Mr. and Mrs. Tony by all the neighborhood kids, and there could always be found fresh cookies and licorice at their house, and I would like to go visit them now. Tony and Martha felt that education was the most important part of a person's life. For the childless couple who had nothing to gain, they unselfishly left the precious gift of education to many students who would not have had the opportunity to further education without a scholarship. As I call your name, please come forward to accept your award. Brianna Burgum, $2,000. Janae Walker, $5,000. Taylor Tishner, $4,000. Megan O'Connell, $4,000. Tamara Ayers, $2,000. Nathan Hammerberg, $2,000. And McKenna Merrick, $2,000. For those of you who may still be undecided, we have room for you. It's not too late. We wish you all the best in all your future endeavors.
We have several students this year that are attending Montana State University, and we wanted to recognize some scholarships that they will be getting on behalf of the university. The first scholarship is from the College of Agriculture, and it's being awarded to Chloe Selke for $500. And we also wanted to recognize a student who has been granted the Western University Exchange Scholarship, which will allow her to get almost in-state tuition for 4 years. Daisy Heyman in the amount of $56,000 from the University, Montana State, excuse me.
Okay, the University of Idaho Foundation and Patty Davenport. It's kind of a goofy setup.
Thank you for having me. I'm Patty Davenport. I'm here on behalf of the University of Idaho, and I just want to say congratulations to all of you, and I hope that you are all excited about what's to come. So we're excited to award these scholarships to the following people. Brendan Bailey in the amount of $6,000. Brendan Cameron in the amount of $9,000. Chloe Seelke in the amount of $3,786. Connor Denson, $1,400. William Farkas, $4,000. Daisy Lee Heyman, $4,000. Hayden Hogemeyer, $5,846. Joshua Lewis, $2,148. Colton Pentland, $3,400. Cody Richardson, $3,000. And Janae Walker, $4,000.
Okay, next up on the program is the Philip and Lucy Weber Scholarship for a University of Idaho attendee. Two $1,000 scholarships. First goes to Mr. Carter Bailey. And the second $1,000 goes to Mr. Connor Denson. Why don't you do this one? So I can have a break.
We have several students who are planning to attend Lewis and Clark State College down in Lewiston, and they have been awarded scholarships through their foundation at the university. The first one is the Lcsd Provost Scholarship. It has been awarded to Cora Frank in the amount of $1,000. And also the Provost Scholarship is awarded to Kendall Moore in the amount of $1,000.
Okay, next up is the Boise State University, and as a Vandal grad, I have a hard time announcing these scholarship folks. No, we have a lot of students that are in the final decisions to decide where they want to go, whether it be U of I, LCSC, or Boise State. Boise State does not provide us with the amount, so I just have a certificate here for you. Brendan Cameron. Carter Bailey. Hayden Hogemeyer. William Farkas. And Cody Richardson. Okay, next up is our STEM scholars, which these are the students or seniors who have went above and beyond in the areas of science, technology, engineering, and math. Some of our tougher classes with Mrs. Brands, and you guys survived. That's good news. First up is Carter Bailey. Why don't we go ahead and hold our applause? Surprisingly, this class went above and beyond in this category, and there's quite a few students who received this recognition. So if you could hold your applause. Brendan Cameron, Connor Denson, Will Farkas, Cora Frank, Stacy Heyman, Hayden Hodemeyer, Josh Lewis, Kendall Moore, Colton Pentland, Cody Richardson, and those are our STEM recognition. Thank you guys. We'll get your certificates in a second. One late addition to our program was the Luboma Scholarship for 2 University of Idaho students in the amount of $700, and that goes to Connor Denson. And the second one goes to Mr. Colton Pentland. By the way, can we just give Colton a hand? 4th and 5th place at state for the 100, 10, and 300 hurdles. Let's give him a hand. Awesome. All right.
Okay, one of the final things we like to do is to tell everybody where our seniors are going. And this is a small class, but they have big aspirations. There are these guys are going to be successful, and they have already overcome some hardship. They were sent home last spring to not return until this fall, and when they came back, we had crazy hybrid schedule with masks and social distancing, and they really didn't see half of their class members until January. So it was difficult, but they were remarkable in how they dealt with it, and I do not want to ever go through another sort of pandemic in education, but if I had to do it again, I would want a class like this. So I really, really, really appreciate them. Except some days I don't really show it to you guys, but I do. So we have students. I want you to stand if and let people know where you're going as a group, okay? So if you are planning to attend North Idaho College in the fall, please stand. Round of applause, please. Those of you can sit down, thank you. Those of you who are planning to go to Boise State University, please stand. Where are my fellow vandals? Please stand. If you're planning on attending Lewis and Clark State College, please stand. Please stand if you're planning on going to Montana State University. Please stand if you're planning on going to Spokane Community College. Please stand if you're planning on going straight to work and doing a really good job of it. So some of you may not understand why we have students standing and coming and accepting scholarships from different places. Our students apply to lots of different schools, and in the hopes that they will be able to make a choice once they decide or once the money starts coming in and where it's going to be most affordable for them. So we are very proud of them, and one more round of applause.
Okay, thank you all for coming to our 2021 scholarship ceremony. I want to thank our presenters for sticking around and going through this. Thank you so much. We'll give them a round of applause. If you all would like to stick around in the cafeteria after this, we've got some cake and punch to relax and enjoy conversation, so please stick around for that. And seniors, as the week progresses, and I'll probably tell you this again on senior night or graduation night, just please be safe this week and just be smart. We love you guys, so hang in there. And we'll a few more days left. Thank you. And that concludes.